Hey everyone, welcome back to Two Stall Garage. This is Justin. Today I tell you what, I'm going to show you how to do a quick oil change. You don't even have to be in your work duds like I am. You can do it in your work clothes. You can do it, like office type clothes, or you can do it in your casual wear, or you can do it in your jammies. And it takes about 15 minutes, give or take, to do an oil change. And we're going to do it using the Fumoto valve. If you guys are not familiar with the Fumoto valve, it is F-U-M-O-T-O, I do believe, and it runs anywhere from maybe like mid-20s to just over $40, maybe even $50 in some cases. Hey chicks, we got Rowdy and Brownie too. It's just a valve, and the valve sits where your oil drain plug would sit, and you just open it up when you're going to drain your oil out. You can have a tube on it to drain into a container, or you can just let it drip right down into the oil pan. I got my work clothes on because I had to go ahead and drain some transmission fluid into a recovery pan, and I was thinking about changing the oil on this, and I was thinking about changing the oil on the new black Jeep. If you tuned into the last video, you know that we did take the black Jeep on its first drive. We bought this sight unseen, had it shipped 11 hours here. It broke down in the driveway, bypassed the starter, took it down the road on the first drive, and it broke down 1 mile down the road. Turned out to be the fuel filter must have been clogged. It was starving the engine of fuel. We got some AMSOIL 1540. Now normally with these Jeeps it calls for anything from 040 to 5W40, which would be 0 winter 40, 5 winter 40. But I would never recommend running 0W40 for the simple reason of, I hear everybody say, don't ever run 0W anything. Don't run 0, don't do it. We're gonna put in some 15W40 today because summer's still here. It's still hot outside, not necessarily tonight, but we're gonna run this for 5,000 miles. And I'm doing it for protection reasons. We go 5,000 miles on an oil change. We used to go 6,250, and tonight's the night, guys, where I'm going to make that change to 5,000. How many miles do you guys go on an oil change, and what motor oil do you use? You got any good recommendations? I got to show you guys something here real quick. This is what we're looking at using. We're going to use the MicroGuard Select Extended Life 10K mile protection in the black Jeep here. It's going to be its first oil change with us. In this, it is up to 20,000 miles, which I would never recommend doing. I actually had a 1988 Dodge Dynasty when I was in high school, and I took that thing, and I'm pretty sure, Dad, that we went 21,000 miles on an oil change, but we were adding some oil to it. But 21,000 miles on the same filter, I could be wrong, but at one point in time when I would turn either right or left, the oil was so low it swooshed to one side of the pan, and the oil pickup couldn't pick up the oil anymore. I'd straighten out, oil pressure would come right back. That thing had over 300,000 miles on it, and actually the body wore out before the engine did. And guys, that seems to be the case when you run this AMSOIL. The bodies on these things wear out before the engine does. This one right here just turned over to 305,000 yesterday. And the black Jeep here, it's in question. It's got 221,000 miles. Tried to look into the intake just with my eyeballs, and it looks a little bit dirty. I'm going to take, in one of our next upcoming videos, I'm going to do the endoscope, is that what it's called? And we're going to look inside the aluminum intake. We're going to see down right where the rockers, the lifters sit, and we're going to go ahead and see what that looks like. This is the head from the 2005 that I rebuilt recently. That's the green one. This is where your head bolts go. This is where your rockers sit. And this one, it looks a little dirty now because it's been sitting outside, but this is what it looked like. I mean, it was clean. I wiped it off, and it was clean and smooth. There wasn't sludge. And that was running 12,000 miles on an oil change with AMSOIL and the Wix filter, the extended protection filter, extended performance. Now, would I recommend going 12,000 miles on an oil change to you guys? No, I wouldn't. But it's something that we've done for a long time in the family, and it has worked out just fine and wonderfully. We haven't had any catastrophic engine failures, but now is the time where I'm really trying to prevent unnecessary work. So we're going to cut it down from 12,000 to 6,250, which we've been doing for the last couple of years, all the way down to 5,000. And I think we're going to be safe there. Did you wash the three-wheeler?
Yeah.
What? Was it dirty?
Yeah.
Good job. Thank you. Crystal. Moose, just in case you're wondering what's all over the garage floor, I made the mistake. I wanted to open up the garage doors today because I like the outside air coming in. I like the light. and the chickens come in and make a mess of everything. They, you know, poop on the floor, lay eggs in the garage that I just randomly find. I gotta chase them out, they come right back in. It's getting a little dark here, so we better get a move on. All right, coming under here. Hopefully this doesn't make a liar out of me. Huh. You can see our CV axle boot still holding up good. We had to change that right before we went to Yellowstone.
Daddy,
the chicken right over there. Yeah, buddy.
what are you doing?
I'm changing oil.
Changing oil?
Yes, sir, you know it.
Oh.
Yeah. Coming under here on the Jeep Liberty, you've got the oil filter right here. So let's just loosen that up, right? Lefty, loosey. Okay, here we go. 3. Who put this on last? We don't want to have any tools, right? Don't want to use any tools for this. By the way, I don't have the Jeep jacked up or anything. 3, 2, 1. There we go. So I'm just going to drain this at the same time as a Fumoto valve. I hope I'm saying that the right way, guys. It's right here. Here's your valve. You see this? Maybe I can zoom in on it a little bit. Zoom. It's dirty, but no big deal. You got a little lever right here. I push and I pull. Yeah. Oh, I pull and I push. That's what I do. I always forget that part. Anyways, it's all going to drain out. We've got over 7,000 miles on this oil change, and I don't want to do that anymore. The reason why we have over 7,000 miles is because we run 6250. The DIY life, guys, it gets really busy. So, oh, we got to change the oil. So then we got to go pick up the oil, and then we got to do it when we're home, when we have time. You guys know that. Let's get this off of here. I love changing oil on our Jeep because it is so simple. And if I was on the ground and it was dry ground, you know, I could just get up and brush my back off. Wouldn't have to worry about much. Put that right there. While that's draining, I'm gonna go grab the new oil filter. I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, the Fumoto valve, it's still draining. It takes a little while to drain. That's probably one of the downfalls, but I still am completely good with it. It's gonna be the MicroGuard Select MSL 51516. So if you cross-reference your wicks, that's a 51516 for the standard wicks, 51516 XP for the extended performance. If you're running synthetic oil and you're not going to change your oil as frequently, it matches right up with this MSL 51516 extended life. Let's go ahead and put this on. Make sure you always lube up the seal on your new oil filter. And here's how much I'm going to tighten it. Okay, it's just made contact right there. 1, 2, 3, and that's gonna be it. Guilty as charged, possibly over tightening things, but you seen I got that last one off with just my hands, so I'm doing okay anyways. All right, we're starting to spit and sputter. We're gonna let that finish out and I'll be right back. All right, now all I need to do to close this is I'm just gonna push it straight up and it stops. See on the top side. All right, so I always start by putting 6.5 quarts in here. And I got this Peak Premium 6-quart measuring dispenser. I could have put 6.5 in here, but I'm just gonna put 6 in and I'm gonna check it on the dipstick and then I'll fill it up from there. Why I don't have it exactly down to a science, I think I do this every time that I change oil. I think 6.5. No, I always just end up putting straight 7 in there. And I think that I always end up putting 7 in there, but now I gotta check and see. And this is satisfying using this dispenser here. Done. All right, we'll get that out of there. Cap back on and we're gonna fire it up. Fire in the hole. Oil light is off. Just looking underneath right now to make sure the Fumoto valve isn't leaking, so that's good. And I see no oil leaking from the oil filter, so that's good. Better remember to move our light. Shut it off. All right, let's go check our oil. See if it was 6.5 or see if it was 7. All right, we're actually barely on the dipstick there. Let's check one more time. Yeah, we are barely touching the dipstick. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that full last quart in. I told you I thought it was 7. Why can I remember? Okay, 7, 7, 7. Remember 7 for next time I gotta do an oil change. We've run this AMSOIL for so long, this 100% synthetic, that it's the only thing that I trust running. I actually put some Rotella in the John Deere tractor, and that was 2 years ago because we don't put a lot of hours on it, and I can't wait to get it out. I just haven't had the time. I've been doing other things. I can't wait to get that Rotella out. Nothing against Rotella. I just really like the AMSOIL. It's worth the money. That's just my opinion, by the way. There we are. We are right at the full. I mean, we're almost just like perfect at the, let me just see here. It is hard to see. Yeah, we are right at max. I'm right on the line. You probably can't see it. So at least I know what to do for next time. And next time, if and when I'm trying to figure out if I do 6.5 or 7, I'll hopefully remember because I was talking to you guys. Right, Moose? We're good. All right, so we got the cover tight. We got the oil dipstick on. We got the oil filter on and torqued. We got the Femoto valve closed. There's no torque in that Femoto valve. Let's fire it up one last time here. There's something satisfying about doing your oil change yourself. Yes, I know that there are lubrication points, and that's definitely a benefit of taking it to a quick lube, like a 30-minute oil change. If they hit the lubrication points like your ball joints, but if they don't, you can check your air filter, you can check your coolant, you can check your oil after you fill it up, after, put a new oil filter on. Really feel good about this. I wonder how quickly we'll hit 5,000 miles on the interval here. This is a very happy Jeep Liberty with the 2.8 liter turbo diesel. It is so quiet. Listen to that thing. Not boastful, just thankful. I am so glad that it's running like it is, and I hope you guys are having a good night. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today. Got a couple more chickens out here. I know I call them cats sometimes, just joking around. This is coming up. We got to fix this thing. I don't really want to touch it because I got enough going on. I'd really like to work on the Ford over there. Tonight, I'm taking Dad's 200X and I'm putting it in the shop. Doing that for you tonight, Dad. We're going to get that thing fixed up, shined up, and then we're going to list it for sale. Everybody, thanks for being here. I hope you have a wonderful night. We'll talk to you in a couple days, hopefully. And we'll see you next time. From our garage to yours, hey, it could happen, and hopefully be a good experience. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. It is beautiful. Look at the moon up there. Mom and the kids are way in the back 40.